Alright, here we are flying into our destination of Smithers, British Columbia, where we will be picked up by Dustin Harvey of Harvey Mountain Adventures and brought to his home where we will stay for the next few days while he takes us out for our first ever mountain snowmobile trip. We loaded up all the snowmobiles and we headed out right after a fantastic homemade breakfast by Dustin's partner Joni. Unfortunately for us, BC suffered from a mild February and the snow conditions were not that great. But we knew we would make the best of it anyways, and Dustin would show us an amazing time. After getting our avalanche safety gear ready and going over the snowmobiles, we headed up the mountain. As we went up the trail, the views became more and more spectacular. Without any fresh snow, the snowmobiles were getting pretty hot, and we were getting really excited to get off trail and start doing some fun riding. As soon as we got off of the main trail and went into the woods a bit, I started to get a little too excited, and of course I was the first one to get stuck. It was a little bit embarrassing. Out of the whole field in this video, I managed to find the only hole.
Fuck. Yeah, just skidded right into that.
These young bucks here with me. Jeremiah's up, boys. Fucked up. It was great to have those guys there to help me get out. But after that, I was definitely a lot more cautious riding around. I had no idea what was coming over the hills. I've never done a video like this before, and I'll apologize in advance for it not being very action-packed, but hopefully you can kick back and enjoy the views. I know I sure am. Here we are coming up to the first cabin. It makes a great place to stop and store all your gear for the day. It also serves as a great starting location for all the fun riding. Dustin's about to explain to us how everything's going to work throughout the day, and then we will head out to find some good riding zones.
Yeah. That was fucking awesome. This is like beautiful here, man.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's pretty easy trail.
That's where we're heading.
Or pretty easy ride over there. There's one section. Yeah. I climbed a pretty good hill. I went up and around and then came back down.
It was hard for me to focus riding around here. Everywhere I looked, there was fun things that I wanted to go and ride over or hit or jump, but I had to focus on following the group and keeping an eye on our leader. We were very lucky to find Dustin in Harvey Mountain Adventures. He was spoiling us from all the great homemade food, the cozy accommodations, and his great fleet of sleds. I was lucky enough to be on a 850 boost for my first time on the first day, and it was a great sled. I've never experienced driving one of the newer two-stroke turboed Polarises. And my friend Kyle was on a brand new 9R that Dustin picked up from the dealership for us to demo. And Cody was on an 850 NA, and Tyrell was on a Skidoo Summit 850. In this clip, we're riding to the top of a mountain overlooking the zone called the Sunshine Bowl, where Dustin will take us to go and play around on the snowmobiles.
There's a view. Yeah. There's a view.
Look at that view.
Look at this hill. Fucking right.
The videos really do no justice to show you how big and steep these hills are, but in person it was pretty spectacular, and I could hardly explain what it actually felt like to be there. All these lines you can see in the snow are from the previous rain and snow melt that they had prior to us getting there. I spend a lot of time messing around here and trying to get the hang of riding around on these slopes. It's pretty nerve-wracking riding around on somebody else's sled and in terrain that you're not familiar with.
The sled with the broken throttle cable.
I'd laugh so hard if you got stuck.
All right.
There.
Get stuck, right?
Hell yeah, man!
As I'm riding around, I couldn't help but wonder what Dustin was thinking, watching all these guys from Ontario who have never ridden in the mountains before, riding around on his snowmobiles. Must be stressful.
Wild man. Oh. Oh, oh. Shit. Okay.
Some pointers. Can you see them? Yeah, just at the base of
I was like, couldn't really see because my goggles are halfway down.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like trying to.
Up here you can really see how the lighting can change the riding conditions. The snow gets very flat looking and you can hardly tell where you're riding or what you're riding on. And it makes it feel really sketchy.
Look at that view. Oh yeah. That is Hudson's Bay Mountain right there.
Yeah, like if the snow starts wandering a way that you don't, so like say it starts going off to the right, if you don't want to go, all you have to do is a little shift, like put your weight on your left foot and the sled's gonna go that way. Yeah. You don't have to like get way over or anything.
Yeah. Oh, Cody made it. You can make it, Tyrell. We believe in you. You got this. Put her gas.
It's funny, it doesn't like look that big, but when you start watching them going up it, it's like, yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, don't let off. What?
Whatever. It sounds like he's letting off almost a little too. Oh yeah. But.
All right.
This lonely rock out here all by itself was left here by a glacier back in the day. Here's another cabin and the only other group of snowmobilers we saw out in the mountains. we are back at the first cabin. Dustin's hooking us up with a great lunch, some hot chili and some sandwiches. These cabins are all looked after by the Snowmobile Club. They leave firewood out there. They each have a nice wood stove in them. And it's a great place to warm up and hang out with your friends. Well, we're heading back down. I could have stayed out there all day because I was having so much fun, but we've been riding for over 7 hours and we're all pretty tired at this point. So we'll call it a day, and we get 2 more days left of riding. See what they bring.